Plaintiff Kyle Hodgers says despite the fact that he and the defendant were intimate, they were never more than friends. Kyle claims he often bought the defendant shoes because she has a shoe fetish, but he's suing her today for a phone, cell phone bill, and a diamond ring. Defendant Jasmine Eric says Kyle is only suing her because she refused to date him. Jasmine admits that Kyle is a nice guy, but says he always wanted to be more than friends, and she was not interested. Jasmine only admits to owing for a portion of the lawsuit.
Start with you.
I met the defendant back in August of 2010 through mutual friends. We're from a small town, and I currently live in Columbus, Ohio. I seen that she was going to be moving there to start school or whatever. And
Ohio State?
Yeah, I went to Ohio State.
Okay.
So.
That's where they got the crooked football team?
Pretty much. A lot of controversy going on.
Hey, they're crooked. There's no controversy. They found out they were crooked. And the coach resigned. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, he did.
That's why they were beating Michigan all that time. We beat Michigan. We beat Michigan. Mm-hmm. So my son goes to U of M, and he's a big football fanatic. And he's the one that told me, Dad, they were crooked all along. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Crook?
We met.
No, not you. Not you. Not you. I was just thinking. No, I was just thinking.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
like I said, we met through mutual friends, and I found out she was moving to Columbus. So, we linked up a couple times, just, friends, I'm showing her around the city, trying to, get her to meet the right people because she is an aspiring model, and I didn't really want anybody to take advantage of her because I have a business degree, and so I know a lot of the workings of the entertainment industry and that side of you got to handle your business above anything else. So,
you weren't interested in her personally, were you?
I was, but at first.
That's where you were showing her around.
Yeah.
Boasting. Go ahead.
So we went to a lot of industry events, I took her to the Young Jeezy concert before. Made sure she was always beautiful, got her hair and nails done, kept her in the nicest clothes. She had a shoe fetish, so I was always buying her heels and stuff, just to maintain that look or whatever, And
good guy.
It was a lot of people that, they wanted to take photographs or whatever of her. But I always was there I don't want these people to take advantage of you because I know that some of these guys don't have the right intentions.
It's called being jealous.
Yes.
Now,
I'm just curious, did you all ever become mates?
Yeah,
Boyfriend
we
and
had an
girlfriend?
intimate relationship, but it wasn't
Did she ever become your woman?
That means no.
Yeah.
Defendant Jasmine Eric was friends with the plaintiff, and she believes he's only suing her because she refused to date him.
You tell me the background about the nature of your association.
Okay, well, first off, really, I feel like we're here today. Just if I would have given Kyle the opportunity to be in a relationship with me like he wanted to be, we would not be here today. So anyways, like he said, I was moving to Columbus in August for college. Kyle already lived in Columbus, and we became friends. We were good friends. Kyle he's a nice person. He has a very generous heart. I really don't have too many negative things to say about him, except for the fact he just couldn't really understand the basis of the friendship, basically. He kind of wanted more than that and just was a little pushy with it. And
did you reject him for the most part?
Yeah, I let him know because I had been in a relationship most of my teenage years and it was not a good one. And I told him that's not what I'm looking for. I'm 18 years old. I don't want to be tied down. I'm going to school. I want to be free and be able to do what I want to do. And he seemed to be okay with that. But, as the friendship progressed, it just,
You sound like my son Amir. That's the same line he gives young ladies. Yeah, you might want to meet you. Y'all got the same values. You have the same values. Go ahead.
Kyle he did do a lot of things for me. But
Amir's not going to have any money. Let me tell you that right now.
I have my own money. I'm very independent. I'm 19. I have my own place on car. I'm a nursing assistant. I do my own thing. I don't need a man for anything.
There you go.
Yeah, Kyle.
There's a pair of shoes every now and then. That's what he said.
If he offers, I'm not going to turn them down. And he did offer. He liked to do nice things for me. Let's go out tonight. I want to take you to the mall and buy you a dress and these shoes. And so it was stuff like that. But I'm the type of person, if you're offering me something and doing it out of the kindness of your heart, don't expect anything in return for that.
And he did.
Yeah, really, he did.
Let me get back to him on the phone and the cell phone bill and the diamond ring.
Okay.
Tell me about that.
Basically, in October of 2010, I don't think she had a computer at the time, but I was like, the new iPhone came out. I was like, that would help you a lot with like your emails or just keeping stuff,
Did she ask you?
Well, I already had one, so she was like, can you add me to your account, and I'll pay the bill.
Mm-hmm. Did she pay?
Well, our agreement originally, because I have the agreement right here.
Right. Let me have it. Has she paid you anything on bills?
She was paying the bill, but she never paid it on time,
All right, but she's paid it off. She doesn't owe you for it.
No, she does owe me for it.
Oh, that's what I need.
Yeah.
I don't need to know the ones she didn't pay on time. I need the ones that she still owes you for.
Okay.
You can't be that mad at the rejection to go back to the money she paid you.
Okay, I have those bills right here.
Tell me what months.
The month of January, she owes me $82.03. She also owes me for when I had to cancel the phone line, which was $317.
Why did you have to cancel it?
Like, we had gotten into it and we had a falling out or whatever, and I didn't talk to her. So it came along to February, and I asked her, can you please just go up there and switch the phone into her own name?
Okay, and she did not?
She told me she was going to do it, but she never did it.
Okay, is that true?
I did. He has a deactivation fee, and that's the only thing that I did say.
See,
I would feel that I would, need to pay him for because I did,
All right,
in my
so we have that out of the way. The deactivation fee you agree that you owe, and you're suing for a cell phone and a cell phone bill. Tell me about the cell phone itself.
Originally, sir, in October, when I bought her the first phone, she lost that phone a couple weeks later. So we made an agreement where I would buy her another phone and she would pay me back in January.
How much?
It was $212, sir.
All right. Tell me about how she owes for a diamond ring.
Okay, sir. Now, like I said, me and her like to go and party and stuff a lot. Like, we went to all the events.
Got that part. You're big, real big.
Yeah.
I got that. I got that. I'm clear on that. Young GZ, all that. You hooked up with all that. Go ahead. What
It was
else?
supposed to be a night of me and her just hanging out, have a couple drinks, and, watch movies and stuff. So when she came over my house, she brought her 2 roommates with her. And I'm like, well, this isn't what we planned, but, I didn't have a problem with that because, this is her brother and her roommate, So I'm like, fine, they can have fun with us or whatever. We can all have fun. So what happened was we drank that night. Everybody got pretty intoxicated. And at the end of the night, I went to bed. Me and her went to bed together, and not like that, not like that, but we went to sleep that night, and I woke up the next day, sir, and my ring was gone. And that's the first thing.
Did she admit to taking it?
She did admit to taking it when I talked to her in February about her canceling that phone.
Defendant Jasmine Eric was friends with the plaintiff, and she believes he's only suing her because she refused to date him.
Why did she say she took it? Just thievery? Just straight up thievery or what?
She just we were arguing about the phone bills and stuff.
No. I'm asking you, when the woman told you, I took your ring, your diamond ring, how much you want for it?
It cost me $2,300.
I took your $2,000 ring from you.
She basically said, I took your ring. You're not going to get it back. What are you going to do about it? And she hung up on me. And I hadn't talked to her since then in February.
You didn't have a chance to say anything to her?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you said nothing.
Yeah.
And you still haven't said anything?
Oh, yeah. I mean, since I talked to her recently, trying to get this whole...
When?
It was probably in May. May?
What was the nature of that discussion regarding the ring?
It was just that I was like, I know you took my ring, man. You could give it back or whatever.
What did she say in response?
She didn't really say nothing.
Just got quiet?
Yeah.
And you all stayed on the phone?
Well, she basically avoided the whole question or whatever. I'm like, you did
she
it.
was silent.
Yeah.
And didn't say anything?
Yeah. So
ever?
No.
You just hung up?
No. Yeah, I probably did because, I told her that,
Let me hear from you, man.
Okay. Kyle is a bit of a drinker. He drinks often. He gets to the point where he's wasted, and he invited me over. He actually invited my brother and my friend also, which was my roommate. We went over to Kyle's place. He had alcohol. He was drinking. He got drunk as normal. He had different people in and out of the house. He was outside to inside. He ended up passed out by the end of the night. Me and my brother actually placed him in his bed the next morning. I woke up and went to work at 6 a.m. the next morning. I got a phone call from him at about noon saying, hey, I just got up. I got a throbbing headache, but I noticed my ring's gone. Did you see it or anything? I'm like, no, my brother's still over there. Have them help you look for it. So he was like, okay. So the ring was never found. He had never once accused me, my brother, or my roommate of taking the ring. This is what Kyle said. He has a pit bull, large dog. He said that he possibly believed that his dog ate the ring because his dog does eat everything. He's like, when I take him out on walks.
Did you ever say that?
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead, man.
He said that when I take him out on walks, I'm going to start checking his poop to see if my ring is in there. And that was really the end of the ring situation. He never once accused me of taking the ring or my roommate or my brother, like I said.
Okay. Sir, she sounds very convincing. She was very clear and concise. One of the comments that you left out was that the dog may have eaten the ring.
Yeah.
You didn't say that until she said it. Secondly, sir, you and the others, by your own admission, were intoxicated. So I'm not going to allow you to blame this young lady when you had other people there and you yourself admit to being intoxicated. No way that I find her liable. Hold your dog liable. $611 I'll grant you for everything associated with the phone. The only thing you're not getting today, sir, is anything associated with that ring. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff, 611.
Thank you.
We had already established that me and her weren't going to be in no type of a relationship, so.
Yeah, that we did establish that, but that's what he wanted, and he didn't get that, so that's why we're here today.
But I did eventually get it. The only reason I brought you here was because you did sign the agreement with the whole phone.